Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk the Last Autumn. So we've made some decent progress, but unfortunately toxic gases are somewhat getting in the way at the moment, so we are building a ventilation plant to make things just that little bit safer. So in the meantime, we're still sending our workers to do plenty of things. We are working on the extended range sawmill, so hopefully we can go ahead and finish up with this sawmill in the not too distant future, and keep on preparing for more homes as they come on in, as well as setting up more land over here as well. So overall, I think we're doing pretty good in that regard. We will need to be producing a fair bit of coal, but I think we should be okay. At the moment, we're producing 250 per day, which isn't too bad, and we're bringing in just slightly more, but I think we may end up needing to... oh, wait a second, we have 2 absences. Never mind, I think we should be fine for now. Because this thing's going to chew through a little bit of coal. So either way, let's go ahead and get on moving. We have a nice supply of rations, which is really good to see. We have 5 days extra. And so what I'm thinking of doing is maybe calling in some more workers. At the moment, it's not bad, but I think with coal becoming a permanent thing, as well as needing workers over here, let's just see, how many do we need? Oh no, this is an unmanned building. Okay, well then, if that is the case, let's do 8 till 16. We'll do the same thing here. So that's 24 hours, and that's for that. Okay, so what's this? 200 coal per day by 1 ventilation plant. So harmful now goes to unhealthy, and dangerous becomes harmful. Well, I suppose that could be worse. Let's go ahead and see. How are we doing? Yeah, harmful is not fantastic, but I guess it could be worse. At least it's not deadly. There's a moderate risk of falling ill. No, we'll send a couple of workers over. We're doing pretty decent as far as our wood supply is concerned, so I think we'll take a couple workers from here. And we'll send them there. Yeah, we'll only get a little bit of work time from them, so it's not the end of the world. It's just not as good as it could be. Oh, right, and we do actually have 5 people who are ill. Okay, we need to double check on this. Okay, patients from 11 to 6 hours. Okay. Not terrible. It could be worse. You know what? Oh, hang on a second. It looks like we have another event. Let's send in a couple of workers and see what this is. All right. Letters from home. Okay. Releasing tensions. Sir, 2 of our people got into a fist fight, apparently over the lewd picture that came by mail earlier. Nothing too serious, although one of them got a sprained wrist. The original recipient of the picture is clamoring to get it back, while the other man insists he won it in a fair and square game of whist. As it is difficult to tell as it is difficult to tell where the truth lies, people seem to expect you to settle it. Okay, well, if we punish both of them, discontent rises. We have none of that, so that's not terrible. We could say motivation will fall slightly if we confiscate the picture, which I don't think is necessary. Or don't get involved and discontent will rise and motivation will fall. You know what? Let's just go ahead and punish them both. They shouldn't be getting into fistfights, and they shouldn't be, yeah, I think, oh, do we really want to punish both people? So let's just see. Yeah, so it either got stolen or yeah, I'm not sure what a game of whist is. That's something that I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing it's some kind of British game. And then yeah, it looks like they've had a fight. So I don't want to get involved, but I also don't want things to escalate either. Punishing both of them. You know what? Let's not get involved. I'm sure that they are grown adults. They can figure this out. A small hit to our motivation isn't the end of the world. Discontent will rise a little again. It just... yeah, it just is what it is. We're just not going to get involved. Alright, that doesn't hurt our motivation too bad, so we're still getting the benefits there. That won't be terrible. Let's just see how we doing here. Yeah, making progress. At this rate, we are 4 hours ahead of schedule. Yeah, that's right, but this is going to take us a while to keep on building, so I think tomorrow when the toxic level goes down, we should be all a-okay in that regard. And you know what? We should probably go ahead and start working on some profiles as well. I do think maybe cutting back... maybe cutting back a little bit here could be a viable strategy. You know what? We'll send a worker over there. We'll see how that goes. It's now back to, yeah, unhealthy, one risk of falling ill. You know what? We'll turn on safety procedures and that will make everything better. Yeah, so that guy's in no danger whatsoever. Alright, so that'll be fun. That'll all get sorted out. Let's see, what else have we got? I think we're just waiting. Yeah, we'll take this tech. There we go, that's nice. So let us see what the new ranges are. That's quite respectable. And then this one here, yeah, they should... Oh, there's one tree that's not in range. Oh, but still, you know what? That's mainly what we need anyway, so it'll be what it is. And we're not going to shuffle them across today. We'll do that tomorrow, just so we're not losing out on any time as they switch between jobs. Alright, so with that sorted out, I think what we're going to do is... I think we're going to go ahead and start working on the machine shop. We want to have this done before the next part, before the shaft gets constructed. So I think that's going to be what's best for us. So we'll go ahead and grab that now. And then what do we want to do? I think maybe we could call in a couple more workers. I don't think that would be the craziest thing. I know I wanted an extra steam core so we could continue to upgrade things, but at this stage we all have... Yeah, we all have these reloading stations, which are quite nice. We have the steam reloading station where it counts. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. So, yeah, maybe a couple more workers wouldn't be a bad idea. I think, let's see, how many could we get at the moment? That's 6 at a steam core. You know what? Maybe we drop the steam core for a second. I think we're going to need more manpower as we try to continue, we continue to try to make our profiles as well as construct the shaft. That'll be a total of 16. You know what? I reckon we could probably go with maybe 14? Hang on, let's check out housing. We have 25 vacant beds, 20 of them are in the care house, so that leaves us with 5. Yes. And, oh, there we are, there's 2 here. And 3 there, so that's, yeah, that's the 5 empty beds. So I suppose, what's that? Yeah, that'll take us down to 9. That would mean we need to build at least 2 more houses. But you know what? That should be fine. Yeah, in fact, that's right. I think, yes, I counted this out before. Yeah, that is 14 food rations. So that would put our food ration gain in the, yeah, as is. I think, you know what? Maybe we do go ahead and kick it up to 16. Still requires 2 houses. We have a little bit of extra wiggle room. But what we could do is, after we get the next tech of the machine shop, maybe we could go for some finer mesh for our fishing, and then that'll allow us to continue to stay on the rise. But we have enough food as it stands, so I think I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and order in some extra workers. That will do nicely. Yeah, in fact, at this rate, it looks like, yeah, with our 6 days worth of rations, yeah, we have a whole stack more than we need. We might even be able to shut this place down for a little bit and send some workers elsewhere. That would be particularly nice. In fact, you know what? We're going to leave 1 person there, and we're going to send a couple more over... how are we doing? 3 hours ahead of schedule? We're just slightly falling closer to the schedule that they have for us. You know what, for now, let's just go with profiles. Let's make sure that we have a few in store, because we know at the next level we're going to need 10 of those profiles as well as those 10 of those steam exchanges. So yeah, as long as we can get to that number, that would be really good, and then we can focus on the profiles and see about building the next stage as efficiently as possible. Save us any potential trouble. Alright, so that is end of the workday. That's not too bad. We'll go ahead and we're going to send those workers over here. Again, as soon as we can clear that up, the better. I think we'll also go ahead and... Where have we got some extra workers? We've got only 7 timber there. It doesn't tell us how much we're producing. Bother. That's a pity. Alright, well, I think that was fairly well balanced out. I think that was fairly close as well. We'll just have to see how it goes. We'll figure it all out. You know what? We will get a little bit of extra efficiency as those sick patients are treated overnight, so that will be good. And it looks like... Oh, yes. Our what do we call them? Hunters. It appears that they have made it to a new location. So what have we got? Small waterfall. There are fish jumping in the waterfall. Not many, but enough for a meal for the team. Perhaps we'll find more upstream. Okay then, well, move on. Let's see, where do we want to go? We need... We have one encampment here. They'll be there for the next 4 days. Oh no, wait. For the next 4 hours. My bad. Okay, so we'll send them to the closest one, and these guys can move over there. Send them up to the rapids. Yeah, we want to be efficient with our use of time. I think that would be rather good for us. Alright, so... we've got that sorted. We'll have coal. You know what? Are we running this? Yeah, we are running that throughout the day. 200 coal per day, I think that says. Let's just double check our... Yeah, ventilation plant, 200 per day. Okay, so we are using slightly more than what we actively have because of our bathhouse as well. It appears, yeah, coal consumption is 22 more than what we currently have. You know what? That's fine. That is more than, that is far more than the 2 days that says. I'm happy to let that burn its way down for a bit of time. So if that is the case, let's send... Where do we want to send some workers around from? We have a decent pile of coal. We could do almost a full day there without too much more. I think what we'll do is maybe... We'll bring a couple of workers from there. We'll halve that, so they'll still be shoveling coal at 25 per hour. Those 4 will guarantee that we'll have enough for at least one more shift of coal. And then we can send these fellows over to... Yeah, over to the structure. That should be rather good. And then... Where else could we find a little bit of manpower? I suppose we could reduce this down to... down a couple, yeah, an extra 2, and we'll send them... Timber or construction? I think we'll send them to construction. We will need to continue our new housing and whatever else, but I think for now that should be all right. Let's just see, where can we put some tents? Well, that would just be within range of the church, but again, we can't put that there for now. What do we have here? Public house? Yeah, we're not getting rid of that at this stage. We may need to shuffle that to a different location, though. Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, wait a second. My bad. These guys are just standing around waiting? Well, I guess they finished up and I missed it. Let's send them to the Rock Arch. That should be fine. 14 hours. You guys will take 4. Yeah, I think that we should have enough of a food supply that we're not going to starve. We should be fine. Alright, 2 people are sick. How are we doing? They are going to treatment. Okay, so I guess they're new additions. The good news is the toxicity of things is going to go down tomorrow, so... What have we got? Alright, that's... They're not actively working, and neither is the ventilation plant. Okay, so that means... That should drop by 1. I guess we could go ahead and make a second one for twice the limit. Is that possible? Let's check our generator. No, we can only have 1. Ah, that's right. There is a technology, isn't there? There is a... Let's see, coupling? Yeah, allows us to use an additional ventilation plant. And then there's also efficiency for coal usage. And then... Yeah, what else could we do? I think we're doing well enough as it's stands as of this moment. I don't know about the supercharge. We'll have to see what that provides us when we finish that next round of tech. But that could be rather interesting. It might help us out. We could go ahead and, you know what, we're going to do an evening service. We're going to boost our motivation. That's going to be really good for everybody. We do have the daily loss of motivation, which is not a good thing. But if we can keep this relatively high and not allow it to drop too far down, if we have bad events or whatever have you, we can still stay ahead of the curve. Or at least that is the theory. Alright, well, let's go ahead and see the foragers out at the rapids. Here, close to the source, the stream is narrow and wild. We follow it, walking along the edge of the gorge. Okay, moving on. There is nowhere to go, so I guess you guys are going to have to be the ones who find food. Let's keep you exploring. Yeah, mountain lake. You know what? That sounds quite appealing. Yeah, that sounds rather good. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get time up and running. Toxic gases should drop. Oh, we lost some of our motivation in the morning. We did lose that discontent too. Yeah, after hours equipment maintenance, that is a bit of a thing. But it is what it is. Let's check. 21, how are we doing? We are 11 hours behind schedule. Ooh, that's rough. We're going to need to make quick progress there. You know what? I'm tempted. Yeah, we're just going to shut down the... Oh, wait, no, we need the cookhouse for people to have access to food. We're going to go... We'll reduce that by another 2. Again, they'll get just where they need to go, but we can't afford to fall too far behind our schedules. And, yeah, we'll double check in on both of these and make sure that we are using our manpower as best as we can. Okay, so this is 10.3 per hour. We are taking 10.4, but there is 219 in excess. So we're only going to be able to go for, what, 10 hours today? That's only half the pile. You know what? We're dropping this down to a fraction, and we're going to send those workers out over here. We need to catch back up, and then, yeah, this is 17 hours. We're 11 behind. 12 behind. Okay, they expect us to be finishing this today, so we need to make sure that we are making solid progress. Alright, well, there's not much else we can do. Let's see, what about here with the timber? You're loading 18.2, 13.7. Ooh. Let's drop that a bit. That's 18, that's 14. Yeah, you know what? We'll just take one worker from each. We don't need a whole stack of extra timber at this stage. In fact, we probably don't need any. So let's go ahead and deal with that. These guys will pick up enough for us for the day. We're not burning through it at an incredibly fast rate. So as long as we're still producing a couple of these, that's all that matters. And yeah, as long as that gets built. Oh, and what is... Oh, construction. Ooh. Oh, for a second then, I saw the construction hammer and I thought we weren't researching, which would have been horrendous. But either way, we're all good. We're okay. We will be fine. Alright, now, you know what? With the extra workers coming on in, that's going to be remarkably helpful. An extra 16 workers, that'll help us out immensely. Yeah, in fact, we can fill this up to maximum capacity and, yeah, then have some to excess, which is just fantastic. We'll go ahead and set a machine shop up. That needs to get built at some point, so let's just go ahead and pop that here. We'll go next to the profiles manufacturer. We'll leave this one side by side for the ventilation plants, just so it's easier to locate. And then let's see, what have we got here? Supercharge. Allows us to supercharge the steam exchanges used at the construction site to speed up work on the generator. Each use advances work by 10% and it costs 5 steam exchanges? Oh, wow. Okay, we possibly should have been building a whole stack earlier, because that's a fantastic tech. Yeah, allows us to supercharge at the construction site to speed up work on the generator. That's really nice. So we have a couple of choices. We could go for safety improvements. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. That's not going to get us there. We need redesigned templates, and that would help us out immensely. I'm sure that's going to be a faster and more efficient building of the exchanges. That'll save us some coal, which wouldn't be a bad idea either. And then we have food, and then we also do want that infirmary. Yeah, that is a tricky situation there. That is a very tricky situation. Having safety improvements would be really good, but I think we're probably going to need more steam exchanges than we're going to need profiles. Oh no, never mind, I take that back. We're going to need another 50 there. Yeah, so 10 and 10, 50 and 25, and then 50 and 20. Okay, so those composites, that's going to be through the foundry. Right. We don't need profiles for any of the optional upgrades. Well, that's a bit of a pickle, but it is what it is. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to... I would like to be able to build that a little bit quicker if we so desired. That does sound really good. Let's just double check our food. Yeah, our food ration gain is pretty minimal at the moment. Right, of course, because we don't have either camp set up. That is going to hurt us a little bit in the future, so you know what? Maybe we do go for the extra food. Just make sure that we have that redundancy and avoid any death spiral, especially also allowing us to increase our workload. Yeah, increase the amount of workers that we can have so we can put more manpower to task. I think that'll be really good. Alright, so it looks like... Where are we at? 4 hours behind schedule? Okay, so we've already caught up 7 hours in a couple. As soon as that boat arrives in 4 hours... that's going to be after the shift. Well, that sucks. I guess we may need to go back from a short shift to a longer one. It will be a little bit less safe, but if that gets us over the line, I would rather not have us fall behind schedule. That could be rather bad. Oh. Oh dear. Good thing we have manpower coming in. That doesn't look good. Okay. Work safety. Workers trapped. Workers trapped. Sir, an explosion in the generator's foundation caused the tunnel collapse, trapping several workers. Fortunately, we have a rescue team on hand thanks to our dedication to safety and a group of workers which have been training for such an emergency. Alright then, well then. Send the rescue team. That is really good. Motivation, keep working? No, we're not going to lose them. We're going to keep them alive, thank you kindly. That apparently causes massive... Oh, of course, it's not our decision that caused discontent. That's the jolly explosion. That is, yeah, not surprising at all. If the place where I worked was known for spontaneously combusting, I too would probably be just a little bit, unhappy. Alright, still have 2 people in the medical post. What's going on there? 6 and 7 hours. Where are you guys from? You... moderate risk. Okay, you're working over here. Okay. And where was the other one? Also working at the shaft. Okay, so I guess we are losing a little bit to the non-optimal safety standards, but it just is what it is and we can't control that, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, and would you look at that? It seems that we are less than an hour ahead of schedule now, so that is at least promising, and we still have another hour and a half of work time. I think, yes, still got 7 hours of work. We're going to be behind. I don't think we're going to be able to get this done. You know what? I take that back. We're going to go ahead and we're going to work like it's nobody's business to try and get this done. We're going to go ahead and pause that machine shop. We'll build that during the night. That'll be fine. These guys, we're going to cut that down a little bit. We're going to send you there. We need... You know what? We probably don't need all of this timber right now. We have a metric ton of it. So let's go ahead and leave that loading station. We have enough as it is. They can still keep on shipping stuff in, but we need to make the progress. Yeah, 99% efficiency, that should be good enough. Alright, Mountain Lake. The stream starts here from a crystal clear mountain lake. Let's explore. It's a good fishing spot. From the shore we can see the shoals of fish roaming the lake. We could stay here for a few days and catch them. New sites discovered: Mountain Pass and Bald Hill. Alright then, let's go ahead and set up camp. That'll do nicely. Yep, you guys are bringing some food already, and 80 per day, that's not bad. And these guys have, yeah, another 2 locations. Well, hopefully in the next couple of minutes we will find out if that is also rather good for us. I'm hoping that it is. Alright, so let's see, 2 hours ahead of schedule. We might be able to squeeze this out in time. In fact, I think we might. Oh, works safety. Okay, construction site strike. Wait, what? Our motivation's fantastic. Okay, we need to have a look. So people at the construction site stopped work. A worker climbs an overturned wheelbarrow and speaks to his fellows. We saved our friends, sure, this time. But as long as the deadline is more important than us, such catastrophes will keep happening. How many of us won't make it home in one piece? Look, okay, you know what? I do understand that, but so far I think we've been particularly agreeable as far as all of this is concerned. We've preemptively made the place safer. Yeah, I am kind of a little miffed that they think that of me, but either way. Rock arch, let's see. This strangely symmetrical rock formation looks like something built with human hand, but it's completely natural origin. Huh. Alright then, and it was nothing. Alright, so let's go ahead and send up to a closed tavern. That's the next best thing. That's 10 hours away. This thing is 19, but at least it does take us closer to the others. So let's go ahead and investigate. That's not a bad idea. And then, you know what? I'm thinking one of our next wars may need to be over here in administration. I'm thinking what we're going to need to do is open up the bare knuckle bouts. Yeah, relieving tension after a few, slugfest. Fighters will get hurt, but it will reduce discontent, and I think that may be important as these strikes begin to happen. What else have we got? Extra rations for the ill. That's not going to save us any discontent. Company funerals, again, that's only if death occurs. I think we may need that. Otherwise, labor laws. What else could we gain access to? We could do 2 shifts. That wouldn't be the craziest thing. But I don't think we're able to use short shifts alongside that. I would think that would be a little bit off. I hope that wouldn't be the case. Yeah, we need more manpower, and it does cause discontent. Yeah, that's not amazing. And then what else have we got? Extended. Yeah, that I don't think that's going to help us out as far as safety is concerned. What about this dispensary? What is this? Oh, that's right. We could go down the crazy pharmaceutical route. And yeah, at the moment, I think the bare knuckle boxing is probably going to be our best approach to things. What's going on here? Negotiate? Oh, we can negotiate. Okay. We have a cooldown of 4 hours. We start negotiations with workers and try to resolve the strike peacefully. Okay, so risk strike is theoretically none, but they are actively striking, so I'm not sure if I believe it. But let's see what we can do. Workers are angry and refuse to work. They shout about exploitation, terrible working conditions, and deadly dangers they face daily. What will you promise them? Okay. The rest of the day off, that seems interesting. Demands may escalate. That's not good. We lose more food rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Demands might escalate. Again, if we try to appease them with extra rations. Appease them with double rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Workplace strike risk will fall. Okay, that's not bad. And then I need to think about it. You know what? No, we're going to go ahead and give double rations. We have plenty of food right now. This seems like the perfect use of things. So let's go ahead and give them that. And we'll see if that helps us. Oh, strike resolved. Fantastic. Discontent falls. Okay. So we lost fairly minimal amounts of work time. Oh dear, and now we have something new. Who should we lean on? The first strike is over, but it won't be the last. We need to address the labour issues if we are to finish the generator on schedule. Workers would like to be given a voice involved in decisions, while engineers promise you results if you rely on their proven expertise. Or will you empower the workers and establish a labour union, or strengthen the engineer's role and build the factory inspectorate? So yeah, okay, so early on I had a feeling like there was going to be some kind of class warfare going on, and I feel like this is going to be it. Interesting question. We need to address it. Workers would like to be given a voice and involved in decisions. So that's not a terrible idea, but the engineers promise you results if you rely on their proven expertise. Yeah, but they don't necessarily know people, and that might upset them even more. Will you empower the workers and establish a labour union, or strengthen the engineer's role and build the factory inspectorate? I feel like if we go with the engineers, they're more likely to strike because we have more of them. Not to mention, yeah, we only have a limited amount of engineers, and I don't know if I want to spend more engineers on trying to staff a new building. Yeah, we'll have to build the factory inspectorate, new labour laws happen, or you will have to build the labour union. New labour laws will favour the workers. You know what? We have more of these guys than the others, so we're going to be pragmatic, and we're going to listen to the workers for this one. Who knows? Maybe we might do a rerun at some point in the future and try out the engineers. But either way, for now, we're going to pick the workers' side, and we will see what this gives us. Oh, okay, so we've now got the labour path. We've now got the labour union has been signed. Hey, that's interesting. That's, yep, I was wondering how that was going to work with our Book of Laws. So we have a collective bargaining. Okay, so that would be, we could negotiate with a few representatives of striking workers to end all ongoing strikes for a price. That's not terrible. So collective bargaining, negotiate with all workplaces currently on strike, and we will start the negotiations with workers and try to resolve all strikes peacefully. Yeah, I like the idea of resolving strikes peacefully as opposed to violence. A workers' council. Working people will take part in the decision-making process through workers' councils. This should give them an alternative to going on strike. So that would mean we need to build a new building. Workers' motivation will rise slightly every day. Council Square lowers risk strike in nearby workplaces by 1. Discontent will fall slightly. Okay. Some of the council ideas will have negative consequences. Alright, well, I think we're going to start with the collective bargaining first. I see that there's also official doctrine as well further down, but we'll see about that. Yeah, we'll have to see about that. So let's go ahead and see. What have we got access to? That's right. Right. The Labour Union. We got to build one of these big boys. And I think... where could we put you? We could chuck that there. That wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, invalid placement location. That's a pretty sizable building. I know we'll lose out on a little bit of space there, but I don't think it's the worst, and we don't destroy any resources either, so we're gonna just pop you up over there. That'll be fine. And let's tie that in to timber, or do we maybe go across there for 3 but have more access in the future? Yeah, you know what? We're going to they're gonna future-proof this thing. They're gonna go there, and we'll see how we go. All right, so let's see. 4 hours left. We've only got about 15 minutes of work. I'm not liking the look of that. I think we're gonna need to go. Do we really risk it? 4 hours ahead of schedule. They want this done tonight. I don't think we can say no. Yeah, toxic, harmful. Let's go ahead and put that to regular working hours. And then we're going to go ahead here and we're going to shift to standard working hours as well. It does become a little bit more dangerous again, but we do have the safety procedures. So I think that should mitigate some of the danger. And the toxins did drop. So I guess it's not the worst. They will rise tomorrow. But I guess that's the ever-present threat that we do face. Yeah, I also think we may need to get the infirmary at some point soon. We could find ourselves in a whole stack of trouble if we do not get better medical facilities. Alright, well, either way, we have workers. Fantastic. Let's max out there. That'll be good. Let's go ahead and go straight to the profiles manufacturer. We're going to send 13 there. That'll have to suffice for the moment. Yeah, I don't think we can really argue anything else any better. No. It's just too important. Yeah. We're just going to have to let that be. Alright, so let's see. How long have we got? About less than an hour. That's good. That means we are going to get the fishing nets for tomorrow, so we'll have a full day bonus of that. That is excellent. And then what have we got here? What can we do? Yeah, medical post upgrade. That does sound really appealing. Upgraded docks doesn't sound terrible either. Maybe bring in even more resources more efficiently. And they don't cost steam cores either, so that could be good for us. Make sure that we've got a stockpile for our reloading stations to work on. So that's probably what we'll take if we go to resources. Let's see, what else have we got? Medical post upgrade. That's certainly what we do if we go here, or otherwise. Safety improvements doesn't sound like a bad idea. The supercharge could also be nice, save us a little bit of manpower in the future, but I think maybe if we go ahead and pick up the safety improvements. Yeah, this is actively safe. And I think what we could do is actually, if we do that, yeah, we're still safe there. That's fantastic. Yeah, if we can get this up and running, that's probably good. And this has no safety upgrades as of yet. But I feel like some of these events may require these safety improvements to avoid calamity. So I think at the end of the day, we're fine for manpower for now, so we're not going to do the supercharge. But we're going to make sure that we can start producing plenty of these steam exchanges. So either that or, you know what, the medical outpost. The medical post upgrade could also be really nice. Oh, this is such a choice. You know what? We're gonna go with the medical post upgrade. I'm concerned if some big disaster occurs, we're going to find ourselves in the thick of it. So we definitely need that done. And then we also need some houses. So let's go ahead and throw. Destroying resources is not what we want. We want to avoid this. Not adjacent to street. You know what? That's good enough. We'll go ahead and pop that here and there. That'll be the two houses that we need. We'll tie those in. That should be fine. Yeah, they'll build that fairly quickly. We'll wait till... Oh yeah, we'll wait till the end of day and we'll unpause that as well. But either way, it turns out I have gone over time again. I think that's 3 episodes in a row. This game can quite easily consume me. So either way, we will come back with this in the next one. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.